Her time has expired.
Mr. Speaker.
I call Kanwaljit Singh Bakshi.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity to speak in the address and reply debate this afternoon. I begin by congratulating you on your role as a Speaker of the House and also take this opportunity to congratulate other presiding officers in their role. I also congratulate my colleagues in Parliament on being re-elected and welcome all new members in this House. As a not or so old member of Parliament, I understand how honoured are all we as a member of Parliament, and I extend my best wishes to all of you. I would also like to acknowledge and thank all the guests present in the gallery who have come to support the National Party MPs for their maiden speeches. I begin by commending the national-led government's commitment for $1 billion for future investment fund towards building new schools and modernizing our existing schools to the 21st century education delivery level. I also commend my government on choosing the prudent path of not borrowing to fund the buildings of the new schools and renovation of existing ones. Furthermore, this government is committed towards future increasing and improving the transport in this country is commendable as well. We are also investing $12.2 million in state highways over the next 10 years, and we must also not forget that very important project of rebuilding our second largest city of Christchurch. It is not only New Zealand's second largest city, it is also accounts for 20% of our economy. In order to rebuild Christchurch, the government has committed $5.5 billion. In doing so, the government wants to ensure the economic activities of New Zealand, particularly in Christchurch, stay active. The Prime Minister has outlined our micro strategy of government management, which involves strong economic growth along with strong support for our competitive export economy. This, we believe, will lead to achieving our surplus by 2014-15. To attain our goal, the government wants to move people and capital into tradable sector. The current economic climate makes it critical that the government focuses its resources on the areas which there are most needed and most impact. The government promises to do so without investing in any new money into public services. This does not mean that the quality of these services will suffer. Rather, using existing capital and resources, the government wants to ensure that the investment is made in new technologies so that these services are brought to the mark so that the customers can experience the level of services that other OECD countries provide to their citizens. The government believes this government leads to far better provisions of public sector. The government places importance on protecting and supporting vulnerables in our communities. This government will support them by providing them with the opportunity to get good education so that they can empower themselves to lead a better quality of life. To achieve this, this government is working on long-term and sustainable policies. All the above points are part of the 4 major priorities that this government has laid over its second term. We need to consider that all these priorities in light of largest economic challenges faced by home and globally since the Great Depression of 1930s. Fortunately, the New Zealand position is, in comparison to other OECD counterparts, have been resilient. The credit for this resilience is attributed to the common sense and prudent and solid economic policies of this John Key-led government. It is on the basis of our common sense, prudent and solid economic policies that our government is envies to achieve a budget surplus by 2014. In my opinion, Mr. Speaker, this is a target that is not easy to achieve. However, I sincerely believe this government has got will to achieve it. The government led by John Key promises to manage the finances of this country wisely to ensure that the public services operate at their optimum level within its budget, to ensure that we remain productive and competitive economy, and remove the burden placed on individuals and entrepreneurs from excessive regulation and taxation. Excessive taxation results in more money are being sent to Wellington rather than being invested locally, leading to the growth of local economy and job creation for both young and old. Manukau East, where my out-of-parliament office is located, is home of many people of multiple ethnic who love this opportunity to make progress, provide better lives for themselves and their loved ones. They want to establish small enterprises and contribute to the local economy. Many of these constituents told me that they were worried with the introduction of capital gain tax and higher taxes for businesses as proposed by Labour. They are going to lose their savings and fruits of their hard work via taxation. However, by providing National Party the mandate to govern this country, they can be assured that their savings and hard work will remain theirs to keep. This, I believe, will encourage the minorities to start their small and medium entrepreneurs ventures which one day may grow to large scale and employing a lot of New Zealanders from all walks of the life. Lastly, I once again mention the rebuilding of Christchurch, a city which since past 13 months or so has experienced unfortunate and uncalled for events. Rebuilding Christchurch is our number one priority. This government has displayed the attitude of being proactive, hardworking and resilient, and its ability to take tough and unpopular decisions. This government has long-term vision, and based on long-term vision, it has made wide choices such as investing in infrastructure, school, medical care and broadband services. We are also ensuring that we do not by borrowing money, but by using our current resources. The best thing about using our current resources to fund our future dreams is not only do we do not borrow money for our long-term vision, but we will also get to see resources flourish and remain in long term. Some may accuse that government is being too focused on the economic growth and not displaying enough care for the environment. Let me assure you, sir, that this government is committed to the environment as much as it is committed to the economical growth. Before I finish, one important fact I want to share with the perspective of the migrants and ethnic group in New Zealand. I also know that for the fact the most of us value education, and this is the reason that many of us have migrated to the countries like New Zealand in search of high quality education for all of us and for the generations to come. The steps initiated by the National Party government under the very able leadership of Right Honourable John Key and Minister of Education Honourable Hiki Aparata, we will go a long way in encouraging more and more parents and children to seek quality New Zealand education. I also know for the fact that the most ethnic minorities, children and the parents have their deep interest in their education. This reflects in the grade they achieve at the school and the university level. They also understand that to ensure that they settle nicely in their adopted homeland, they must act proactively and make effort towards achieving higher education, which will empower them economically and open doors socially for their success. Reforms in the area of education will also attract quality international students to our schools and universities. This is likely to provide our schools and universities with the revenue which can be deployed towards better research that fuels innovation and economic growth. I am confident that the National Party colleagues will have much more to the above list of achievements of this government in past 3 years, while also listing our plans and strategy for the 3 years to come.
I'm sorry to interrupt the honourable member. His time has expired. Dr Cam Calder.
Mr Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity to rise and speak in the address and reply debate. It is